Hey, I'm Jackie with my dental agency. We are a boutique agency that works with dental practices across the nation. I am with Dr. Brown. Dr. Brown, tell us a little bit about who you are.
Thanks so much, Jackie. Fortunately, I've known Jackie now for, gosh, I don't know, 4 or 5 years, and just been awesome. What an amazing resource as we've grown our practice and become fee for service. And it's great to be in private practice and to be in the trenches and do all the things that we all do as dentists, but to also having gone through the experience of becoming fee for service, we've created the guide, the template, and to help other doctors, other practices remove those insurance limitations. I can't say it's equally as satisfying as changing someone's life with their smile, but it is a lot of fun to help people get to a place where maybe they've otherwise felt like I'm just not going to be able to do it on my own.
Awesome. So the Freedom Dental Coach, that's
Freedom Dental Coach, guys. I love America. I love freedom. So that's where that came from. Not storm the Capitol building, love America, but freedom of choice.
all right. There you go. Cool. So today we're going to do something really cool. We have each teed up. We're super competitive people, so let me start with that. Dr. Brown and I are very competitive. We like a good sport. So we have teed up some questions that we are going to rapid fire ask at each other. We're going to give each other 15 seconds to answer, and hopefully his questions aren't too tough on me. But I'm gonna start. How about that? Since I'm gonna start. So I'm gonna ask you. Let's see. I have 5 questions here. I'm gonna rapid fire at you. You got 15 seconds to answer each. If you need a second to compose yourself, you let me know. But you ready for it?
Bring it.
All right. What is the toughest thing about going fee for service?
The toughest thing I think is getting out of our own way, getting rid of the fears that we think are relevant that really aren't. The fear that we can't do it, that our patients will all leave, that our team won't help us. That's the toughest thing, is getting past that, because that's in your mind and it's not a reality. I've seen it happen over and over. You can get through that.
So just all up there, right?
Yes.
uh that seems simple, but I'm sure that's super scary. I'll keep going. I'm gonna fire these at you. I won't keep you any longer
Yeah.
with that. But what's the best thing about going fee for service then?
Freedom, freedom of choice, to use the labs, to use the materials, to hire the best team, to take the CE, to treat people the way you would want to be treated, is by far and away the best thing. That mental freedom that brings you in the office, which then translate to financial freedom out of the office to chase the dreams and spend the time you want with your family. That's been the greatest thing, is that mental freedom outside of everything.
All right. I do have to say, sorry, I keep interrupting, but you are much happier now than when we first met. Not that you are not a happy man all the time, but man, your energy has changed since doing this. So
Thank you.
I know that I've absolutely noticed that. All right, cool. Number 3, if you could change one thing about the process when you went fee for service, what would it be?
I wish I had a guide. I wish I had help, because I had to play mad scientist along the way, and I made a lot of mistakes. The good news is, learn from them, improve, rinse, wash, repeat, document what happened so we can make it better the next time. So if I'd have had someone to help me with those mistakes, I would have gotten there faster, and that would have made any investment in that program, protocol, whatever, so worth it, because of the continual gains down the line. So I wish I had a mentor to help me through that process.
All right, a little curveball here, just because I'm so curious. What's your pet peeve when it comes to working with marketing agencies? Not us, not us, all the others that you've worked with.
Yeah.
What's your pet peeve?
Um, Lack of transparency about the process. Um, like anything we do clinically, there has to be some trial and error, test some things, see what happens, have protocols, and then be willing to admit that this didn't work and we're gonna go this way. And then when you find the things that do, you really lean into it and leverage it. So it was so frustrating in the past to really have no idea what the plan was or know how to react when something didn't go well, versus now it's the exact opposite. I mean, you guys are on top of it. You tell me before I'm even aware, and then we make adjustments and we're moving forward. It's really empowering.
Cool. All right, you have absolutely reached a point in your practice where you can now take a step back from the clinical work, and help other practices achieve what you have. And this is going to be a tough answer to answer quickly. But why did you take that step back? I know you talked about the freedom, but like, what was happening in your practice? I mean, you got 15 seconds, but uh, like, what was truly happening to you, the practice? Like, I don't know. Why did you take that step back?
Um, Gosh, as I think back to it, I felt so much happier, satisfied in the way we were working day to day. And as you said, I have a renewed energy in the practice, renewed energy at home, and feeling that that's what we're all doing it for. I mean, I love my patients, but I'm going to put my family in front of them, and to have that feeling of mental freedom, of clarity of goals, the confidence that we can get it, and then the financial freedom to be able to do it. It gave me the confidence that I could take this back, but then I can help the next person do it. And man, I love helping patients. I love changing lives with their smiles, but it's really cool to be able to help friends get there and then they change their lives and it impacts their family life. And it's been really, really exciting to have both these worlds kind of collide. That was way longer than 15 seconds.
Does that
But
mean does that mean I get an extra like 10 seconds on mine?
yeah, you get one too. It's like a phone a friend lifeline situation. That one question that you're so passionate about, and you hit it here, and it's just been
Going.
so impactful with my happiness and everything else. So it's been a privilege to do this, and then to help other people have the same success just really kind of fills me up.
Yeah, I am curious, and I know we're past the 15 seconds, but um, I know you've helped other practices, colleagues, friends that are doing the same thing. Give me like one quote that sticks out in your mind. Do you have one that like someone has told you, like like a colleague that you helped?
Yeah. So a good buddy of mine, Dr. Conover, he said to me, he goes, my goal was to work less to see fewer patients, and that's why we were cutting back, and he would have been happy like cutting back and doing just the same amount financially. He goes, here's the problem: the process works so well, I did not become less busy, and I had to then go hire another associate to keep up with the demand. And when he told me that, I was like, I'm sorry. um, but it kind of helped open him up to that next thing of what's possible. So sometimes you start out with one specific goal and it opens your eyes to something just totally unique. So that was one that I love sharing.
That's really cool. Thank you for sharing that. All right, listen, I gave you a couple lobs. Don't beat me up.
Uh-huh. All right, I got you. All right, so let's go rapid fire, Jackie. Let's see how you do. I won't start the timeline since I went over probably on every single one of those. Let's see how we do. All right. So, what is something you wish you knew when you first started the agency?
Uh, don't listen to dentists when they say they don't have the money. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. There is a such thing as the right type of client for us, even though we're niched in dental. Like even beyond that, I wish I would have known the first like year or two that there are the right type of clients. Quality practices, especially practice like yourself that are moving away from insurance, not the mills and not people that aren't looking to make an impact with their marketing. That's it. The right type of client.
That's so good because you can't be all things to everyone. You got to find what your thing is.
That's right.
All right, you got that one. All right, how would you describe your agency?
Uh, in 15 seconds. Boutique, amazing customer service, my team, not me, and wildly transparent, almost probably to a fault. So there you go.
All right, you kept that under 15 seconds, by the way. Nicely done. And I would 100% agree with all those things, but not to a fault. I think anyone that's willing to hear how they can improve is going to accept that and then get better. But you nailed it on those.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
All right. So this is interesting, I think, because how did you end up in this field? All right, so why dental marketing?
Um, I graduated from college. I started working for a dental laboratory, doing their marketing and worked around the nation. And I knew firsthand dentists needed agencies like us. So I spent a decade working with y'all, and I got to see behind the scenes, and I knew y'all needed an agency like us. Boom. Did I hit it? Did I hit 15 seconds? I
I
tried.
think you're really close. I now because this is a cool follow-up. There's a story behind it. I feel like at your first interview, you went in like more prepared than anyone
Oh,
else I ever did. It was really cool for like anyone that's applying for a job or something like to have this wow factor.
yeah.
Can you share just a part of that
Oh
story?
man. Yeah, this story this came up a lot in my past corporate life. A lot of people like to make embarrass me a little bit. So I appreciate you bringing this up because it is funny. So I
Yeah.
knew nothing. This was I'm going to age myself a little bit, but this was during a time when people graduate college and the companies would actually seek you out. You didn't have to seek out them; they actually came to you. So dental laboratory was like, hey, do you want to interview with us? I'm like, what the heck is a dental laboratory? Like, literally have no idea. Like I go to the dentist. What does a lab do? So I really started doing some research. Found out a friend, their mom worked for dental practice. I started asking her a ton of questions. She actually had a dental script, the lab script, and the box from the specific place that I was interviewing. Gave me some impression trays. I wrote my name on one arch, Jackie, wrote my last name on the other arch. I put them in the box, put the script in there, the lab script in there. I said I wanted to leave a lasting impression because I knew I was up against a lot of other people. So at the end of the interview, and I walk in with this big, this big purse, and they're probably thinking like, what the heck is this girl doing? It's because I had to pull out this big box. And I slid it across the desk, and I slid across the desk and I left so they could open it up and leave an lasting impression. I knew I had to do something to stand out, man. I mean, I'm not that special. So, my all my credentials are, I was just graduated college. I was like, I gotta stand out.
That is, I think it's so cool, right? Like you made that impression, you do those things, and that kind of sticks with you today. And the agency, you guys do those crazy things that like stick out in people's mind. I know as a client and working together, you do that for us, but then you transfer that into the marketing towards our patients, which trickles down. So thanks for sharing the story. It's awesome.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, now I got to turn this back on you. So, what's your biggest pet peeve when it comes to working with dental practices?
No. Oh. Um, oh, how do I say this? So gotta stay in our lane, right? Like I know a lot about I know a lot about dentistry, and I still would not sit down in a dental chair. And I may ask questions. I'm all for dentists having a say and inquiring and wanting to be part of. But I would never sit down in your chair, Dr. Brown, and say, no, I want zirconia over X. I just wouldn't like, I would maybe ask like, hey, I don't want metal in my mouth. Can we do some zirconia? But if you were like, no, Jackie, you have a hard bite. You need something, strong, whatever it may be. You're going to break porcelain, whatever the case may be. I just wouldn't do that. Right. So my pet peeve is trust me, trust my team. I love it. I love collaboration. We welcome collaboration, but it's a pet peeve, and I'm going over my 15 seconds now. You must have struck a nerve.
You get one. You get one.
Just don't dictate to the point that it could be to the detriment of your marketing, right?
Yeah. Yeah, we have specialists in dentistry that we outsource to all the time because they're better at something, they know it better, whatever else it is. And when it comes to the business, it's especially true because we're not trained for that.
Right. Yeah. Well, all right. I'll get on my soapbox. Go ahead. What you
You
got?
did
One.
good. You did good. It was well said. And I can say that when sometimes when I get a little um I won't say out of line, maybe when I'm pushing on some things, you guys do a nice job of helping me understand the whys in the house. So you do a great job managing, people like me. So thanks.
Oh no, and we welcome it, man. It's there's a lot of times where people don't understand, and we need to educate. That's our job. No different than it's your job to educate someone in the chair of why they may need an implant over, something else. or whatever the case may be, treatment wise. But and I think it's fair. I think it's fair for people to ask questions. It's different when being told that it needs to be done a certain way than
Yeah.
trying to make recommendations or inquire.
Awesome. Yeah. You guys got it nailed, man. Whatever that formula is, it's working. So,
Cool.
all right. Got one more.
All right. All right.
What's one piece of advice you would give to all dental practices about marketing?
Only work with people you trust and align with. It's as simple as that. Simple as that. You have to work with an agency you trust and your business and practice philosophies align together. End of story. 15 seconds. Boom. Boom.
Well, you nailed that, and I'm grateful to partner with you guys to work together for so long, because I do trust you guys, and that's why it's been such an amazing relationship. So thanks for all you guys do.
Yes, thank you. And you helping practices do what you did in your practice. We were a part of that. That was really cool to see you make that transition. And now seeing you do it with other practices, it's needed. They need that, kind of like you said, that guide, that mentor. So, if I think if a practice is looking to make that shift, you're the guy. Just call them up. Super easy to talk to. Walk you through step by step. It's easy.
Yep, I appreciate you saying that. That's the first thing is just chat, see if we're the right fit, and kind of go from there.
Cool. Awesome.
Thanks,
Thank
Jackie.
you.
This was fun.